There's something so comfy about sitting in front of a shitty microphone and rambling about Call of Duty. How's it going, boys? My name is Schlatt. If I asked you how you were doing, I hope the answer would be well.
Well, thank you for asking. I am doing just fine, and I hope all those watching this video are also doing well. He's right, you know. There is something comforting about sitting down, talking over a Call of Duty gameplay with a below average quality microphone. It takes me back to the old days, as I imagine it does with many of you as well. In my opinion, these old style commentary videos aren't made as much as they should be anymore. Nowadays, YouTube content has moved on to bigger and better things, such as spending copious amounts of money on random people, clickbaity content with no narrative, and Jimmy Fallon. But I miss these types of videos that feel like a conversation. You get a small window of time every so often where your favorite commentator just sits down and has a chat with their audience. It's something I've really missed, and the only large channel that has made this type of content within the recent years is Mr. jSchlatt himself. But since he got lazy and forgot to upload for a few months, I thought I could do my best at trying to fill his shoes. I may not have as good of a commentary voice or experience in this field, but I am just a guy who wants to chat about some stuff over a Call of Duty game, and 10 years ago, that was enough for me, so I hope it will be enough for you now. If you're unfamiliar with this style of content, typically the YouTuber would start out by telling you about their epic class setup and how their amazing game of free-for-all went. But with the number of attachments on the Vanguard weapons, I'd probably be here all day trying to explain that. So let's move on to why I want to bring back this style of video on my channel. Personally, when I was younger, I loved watching people like SeaNanners, Syndicate, Chris Move, Team Martin, and the list goes on. Many of them were inspirations to me, not just for YouTube content creation, but for life in general. These strangers on the internet seemed so knowledgeable and sounded like they had their lives put together. These old commentaries would focus on simple yet important topics, real life stuff that felt like it mattered. They would talk about relationships, dreams, aspirations, day-to-day problems, school, and so much more. This sort of content I feel was really missed on the platform nowadays. It really helped me and a lot of other people back in the day. It felt like we had a friend or older brother or a mentor, and I feel like this isn't something we see with modern day content. But the great thing about this style of content compared to other things is it doesn't really matter who was making the content. It mattered what was being discussed, the advice being given, and the community that was built. That's what made it special, and I hope I can bring back something special that has been lost. Hope I can do it well. We'll give it a shot. My goal is to make these videos as a sort of a break from the hectic world of today's content. Instead of your typical loud screaming, over-the-top editing, obnoxious creators, and doom scrolling on TikTok, you can choose to just sit here with me and relax for a bit. Here, we're going to talk about stuff like motivation, relationships, school, failure, why the French are evil, and so much more. And hey, I don't consider myself as an expert on anything, so this is going to be just as much a learning experience for me as it might be for any of you. I do really hope I can learn a lot from this endeavor. I'm only 20 years old, and I have so much more to experience and learn. So I think this is a perfect way to both document my own journey through life, but also share it with a bunch of others that may see it along the way. As Mr. Schlatt said in his first video of this type, he is very lucky to make videos for almost 50,000 people. Well, I'm very lucky to make videos for almost 15 people. It's quite the difference, but at the end of the day, you want to make this type of content not because you think there's going to be a lot of people to see it, but because there could be someone that sees it, someone that needs it. Even myself, it's good to have this sort of outlet. You can consider it a therapy session for myself, possibly. I wouldn't say I need it or I'm that broken by any means. Don't worry, I'm okay. But I think, yeah, it can work in that sort of way and be quite useful to many people, including myself. As you can probably already see, I will have other types of videos up on this channel, but I hope to upload this type of old school commentary video about like once a week or so, just so we can like chillax, sit back, have a bit of a chat, a check-in, a conversation about life and all of its atrocities. So that's about it for this one. We'd just like to say thank you to anyone who's watched this far. If you have any questions, feedback, or even if you want to curse me out in the comments, I'd love to hear it. Hope you stick around and I will chat with you soon.